Check, check. Pardon me, had to make sure that I was good. We got to talk today, ladies and gentlemen. We have to talk about this game right here. So give me a sec to make sure that I am good, because right now I feel some type of way. Let me just go ahead and say, yo, peoples, Kyushu92 here. Welcome to today's stream. I got the day off, which means I basically can do whatever I want, and we're going to be talking about Avengers today. I'm going to be playing Avengers because there's the hero cards that I need to work on, so I can just get them out of the way, because let me just start off at the beginning. So, I was asleep. I was sleeping. Had no issue sleeping, was sleeping to rest up, trying to figure out what I was going to play today. I was content with playing some game, some PlayStation 2 game, like Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction, or even X-Men Legends 2. I was content with playing those games, and then I get news of the newest thing that the Marvel Avengers team posts on Twitter for their blog posts, and it confirmed a lot of our suspicions, because lately, I want to say earlier this week and earlier last week, one of the things we noticed during one of their live streams, or one of their videos that they showed off, was at the bottom of one section of their video, they had Hawkeye. And near the bottom corner, they had something called View Consumables. Now, for those of us who have played a ton of games, and actually, let me make sure you guys can hear me. Okay, you guys can hear me. For those of us who played a ton of games where certain games introduce mechanics such as time savers, Ubisoft is well known for that. Those of us who play those type of games, or have played them in the past, know that these games tend to be, for a lack of a better word, overtly grindy to increase the chances of these in-game purchases, which will cost currency within these games, which you have to spend real money in order to obtain. They would offer these time savers to make it so that the grind of the game doesn't seem as grindy. And a lot of us hate that. The whole aspect of these time savers, the whole aspect of the time saver function, is because you want to monetize increasing people's... You're monetizing being able to speed up the process of already having made your game grindy. Okay? So, when you have a game like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and it takes you forever just to get large amounts of material in order to upgrade your ship and your crewmates and everything like that, they introduce time savers such as, resource bundle packs that you can buy with in-game currency, that you can buy with real money to, for people that don't have enough time in the day, or maybe you don't want to sit through 4 hours of grinding for like a couple hundred resources when it costs a couple thousand resources. So you just buy one of these resource packs, so that way you don't have to spend much time grinding in a game inherently made to be grindy. So, I say all of that to say this. Marvel Avengers is slowly but surely starting to do the exact same thing. So, today in their blog posts, which I have here on a separate tab here, the first one they did was just highlighting the Red Room Takeover and Champion levels on May 20th. The Red Room Takeover is happening next week on Thursday, and so is this new Champion levels, which we were all told was going to be the post 50 progression. More on that later. And, well, let me just go ahead and read it out for you. Let me actually just get inside the helicarrier, because I'm actually tired of this loud title screen music just staring over me. 500 units because of the community challenge. Yay! Units! This is worthless. What can you use units for? Buy gear? You just go out and do a mission for that. You ain't got to spend anything, which makes units worthless. But going back to it, Red Room Takeover and Champion levels on May 20th. The next part of our roadmap, this was posted... It says it was posted yesterday, but we're just now seeing it now. The next part of our roadmap is upon us. Following the Ruskaya protocols that ran from May 6th to May 20th, the Red Room Takeover will initiate on May 20th, which will last until May 31st. Agent James Jimmy Woo has reported a number of anomalies within the harm room, each linked to an unknown computer virus. His diagnostic test has indicated that the hack originated from the same IP address as the Ruskaya protocols. Along with the virus, encrypted messages have been sent, all addressed to Black Widow from Ruskaya herself, Yelena Belova, which is another Black Widow character from the Marvel Universe. Multiple hacked harm rooms will be available during this event, along with new mission chains. This is the first time hearing of there being more than one harm room. Because we've faced the exact same harm room since the beginning of the game, and it has never been different. Jeremy, what's going on? Let me continue, because my rant will begin in a minute. Multiple hacked harm rooms will be available during this event, along with new mission chains. These hacked harm rooms are single-player only, as they require agility and a keen sense of one's surroundings that may be interrupted by having a team. I don't understand what does that have to do with the team, because I don't see... oh my goodness. You can just talk to the people you're playing with and coordinate that way. So, just another missed opportunity for another multiplayer action-oriented thing for the game, because I took out the Takedown Anomaly event where you could play as the same character on a squad without character restrictions. That's gone. So if you enjoyed that, too bad. It's not going to be back until they deem it necessary to put it back in there. Each of these will also scale from power level 1 to 120. There are 5 different hacked harm rooms that will test your traversal and evasion abilities so you can truly feel like a master spy. Yes, because we all know how good at stealth Hulk is. Yelena Belova is playing for keeps and has placed multiple hazards in these rooms like Techno Lava, which instantly kills heroes or enemies upon touch, and Red Lightning, a more potent form of AIM's Blue Lightning. Various enemies will also be trying to take you down. We won't spoil what the layout is in each of these 5 hacked harm rooms. It'll spoil Yelena's fun. We'll be providing tips and tricks from our team on how to complete the Red Room Takeover event in next week's blog. Participating in this event and completing mission chains will reward you with an exclusive animated nameplate, a significant amount of XP, and more. XP is important because of the new champion system. This is where things get concerning. And then, you know what? Let me get chat off to the side. And let me reduce the size of this window so I can see you guys off to the side, because chat tends to act funny on the screen here. But champion system. This is the new big post-50 progression that they were toting all this time. And to say the least, it is disappointing to me. Champion system. Currently, when heroes reach the level cap of 50, XP becomes obsolete. With the new champion system, heroes who are level 50 can improve their combat abilities even further. Once a hero reaches level 50, earned XP from that point on is changed to champion XP, which is specific to each hero. Which means that this whole champion system, it is specific per hero. It is not account-wide, where you can upgrade, increase cooldown reduction, increase perk chances, because I'll go into it a little bit more here, but they're individual to the character, which means that if you grind out a character with this new champion system and you get a whole bunch of skills, you gotta do the exact same thing for every single character. They completely missed the mark on how to make this progression system work. But there's a reason why it's like that. So, Once a hero reaches level 50, earned XP from that point on is changed to champion XP, which is specific to each hero. Earning enough champion XP will increase your champion level, which is marked on your nameplate. Whenever a hero levels up their champion level, they'll earn a champion skill point, which is used to unlock a multitude of champion skills. Champion skills are on their own separate interface and take the form of boosts to your damage, perk chance activation, heroic charge rate, etc. The etc. part is the one that concerns me, but they're going to be having a live stream tomorrow telling us what all those are, and I need to see every single one of them, because if they don't have anything concerning movement speed or traversal or anything like that, this whole progression system is just a flat-out lost cause. And I'll tell you why. These are permanent increases, so every champion skill matters. And it says here, note you will not be able to respec your champion skills yet. So please choose how you want to power up your hero wisely for the time being. As a complement to the champion system, we're also introducing hero catalysts, which increase the amount of XP you'll earn. Listen to that. Introducing heroes catalysts, which increases the amount of XP you earn. XP boosters. These will occasionally be available for free to retrieve from the marketplace, and we're looking at other ways for you to earn them as well. So, these XP boosters will occasionally be free to retrieve from the marketplace, and they're looking into other ways for you to earn them as well. Hero catalysts are a great way to catch up to friends or to level up any heroes that haven't reached level 50 yet. We're excited to see all your heroes continue to power up in preparation for some of the hardest content we'll be introducing throughout the year. Show us your builds, your paths, and tell us which champion skills you unlocked first. And in the image here, for this, they have heroic charge rate boost, permanently increases, and it's at rank 3 that you need 4 points for. The amount of skill points you need to get each subsequent skill increases, like from 1 to 2 to 4 to 8 to 16. Permanently increases the charge rate of all heroics by 2.5%. Now, the thing that really annoys me about this whole champion system is the fact that we were told that this champion post 50 progression system was not going to be like the comic system that they have in this game. Let me explain to you and let me show you how. See, the comics here already fulfill what this champion system is trying to do. Because this champion system, as it looks right now, is just percent increases. Just more percent increases to stats, which these comics already cover. Like, look at this. This Thor comic set. You get a heroic charge rate increase, willpower recovery effectiveness, max willpower, perk chance, status meter damage, critical chance, status resistance. I'm telling you, if these skills, if these stats right here, if they are on this champion system, it's like they didn't learn anything at all. It's like, oh my goodness, like, how can you look at the comics, at these comics, and say, let's do that again, but we're just gonna call it a brand new progression system? See, the difference between this Borderlands and the Diablo series is with Borderlands, you have the Guardian ranks. And they have really big noticeable boosts, and they're worth it. And I just don't understand. Now, mind you, the thing with Borderlands is those are percent increases as well, but those are really significant until you get to like the higher upper echelon levels of it. But here, you could have gone beyond just giving us percent increases. Now, mind you, I'm only going off of knowledge of what they're showing in this one image, and they're going to show more tomorrow when they live stream it at 5 p.m. my time. But I just feel like this whole system where it's just percent increases rather than, just making these superhuman individuals many times more powerful, I feel like they're missing out on doing the ridiculous concerning this. Because if you look at these comics, these are percent increases. But I feel like the very ill thought out thing concerning it is the fact that you have to it's random which comic you get unless you do like a daily challenge that gives you one specific comic. But the thing is, when you look at a set, these even have tiers where you have to collect a certain number of the exact same comic in order to increase the tier and increase the stat itself. So RNG is absolutely not your best friend when it comes to this whole comic book thing that is already giving you stat increases and percent chance increases. I'm just wondering why you would base your post-level progression system off of a pre-existing system and then pass it off like it's something new. This makes very little sense to me. But that's not even really the concerning thing. The concerning thing is, remember when I talked about hero catalysts? These XP boosters that they're going to be having players get. Now, they say that you can occasionally get them for free. Occasionally. Which means that it's not going to be all the time. Which means there are going to be other ways that you can get XP boosts. They don't go into detail about it because they know about the backlash that could potentially happen if they say, when they say, hey, it can be here in the marketplace, but it's going to cost you some credits. Not units, which is the useless currency that you can just easily get in the game, but the credits, which are only available if you purchase it with real money. I would not be surprised if they tell you that, hey, if we don't have any free XP boosters in the marketplace right now, you can go into the marketplace and just purchase them with credits. Maybe like 50 credits or 100 credits, and we don't even know how long these XP boosts will last. So the thing that is kind of hypocritical about CD right now concerning this game is the fact that they pretty much reworked XP so that the grind could increase a little bit. Saying the purpose of them doing the whole XP rework way before Hawkeye came in, like the day before Hawkeye came in, was they were told and shown and they found out that players, hold on, my camera is not centered on me. They were told that players were having a hard time with XP. I know, stupid, very stupid for them to say, but so they decided to rework it a little bit so it can increase the grind because players were getting too many skill points all at once and they didn't know what to do with all the skill points. And it was confusing some players. How? How does having a bunch of skill points confuse you? It just means you're going to be spending more time in your skill tree menu trying to figure out what to get. And it's not even that difficult to figure out what to get because you wind up getting every skill in the skill tree of this game when you max out. So the notion of them increasing the XP grind a little bit under the pretense of players have no idea what to do with a whole bunch of skill points at once because they were earning them too fast, that is literally the most ludicrous and stupidest thing I ever heard. But they did it for this whole progression system. Now think about it. You're told that players are earning XP too much. So they increase the grind. But on May 20th, they're doing a full 180 on that and saying, well, with this new progression system, we're going to give you ways to earn XP faster. They just did the XP rework for this game because people were earning XP too fast. And now, next week, they're going to be giving people the option to increase how fast they get XP after increasing the grind. Does that make sense to anyone? That doesn't make sense to me. This literally makes absolutely no sense to me. Why would you go through the process of increasing the XP grind of a game only to wait out a month where people have stopped talking about it and how they're looking for people to spend more time in the game and grind harder for characters, and come back around and introduce a way for people to earn XP fast again? That literally makes no sense to me. Hey, Psycho, sorry, I'm on a really big rant right now because the brand new news from Marvel Avengers has got me on a whole nother level right now, and I am not okay with it. I don't understand. Why would you go through the effort of reworking XP and increasing the grind so people can spend more time in the game on the pretense of people are leveling up too fast, only to come back around a month later and introduce a way for people to level up fast for a brand new progression system? CJ, what's going on? I'm ranting right now, so you're going to have to forgive me if I get loud. But this new news from Marvel Avengers has got me feeling some type of way. I just don't understand it. It seems a bit hypocritical for you to do that. It seems hypocritical for you to tell people that you're going to increase how long it takes to level from level 1 all the way to level 50 after a certain period of time. Like going from level 25 to 50 is going to take longer, only to wait out a month, introduce a new progression system after people max out their level, and then also introduce XP boosts so people can earn XP faster after increasing the grind beforehand, saying that people were leveling up too fast. How does that make sense? And then your progression system is just a beefed up version of something that already exists in the game. It's not anything new. It's the same thing we've had. You just gave it a brand new interface and a brand new separate screen to go to. How does that work? Why not just increase the amount of percentages, like the number percentage that already exists on the comics? Don't add on this brand new progression system that basically has the same stats on them and say this is going to be our new post 50 level progression system so you can make your characters even stronger. If it's just going to be the exact same thing, only with beefier numbers. Just beef up the numbers of the comics and then just do something completely different with this champion system. I don't understand this. Please do not scream because it's about loud and it's hurting my ears. No offense. Oh, just turn down the volume of the video. It's just turn down the volume of the video, Hiroshi. But it makes very little sense for them to do this system. Jaden, what's going on? It makes very little sense for them to do this. Add this type of system in after just saying people were earning XP too fast. So then you put a rework into the game before the Future Imperfect DLC dropped. And now, a month later, after the fact, you're going to be introducing a new post 50 level progression system with added on XP boosters. So people can get right back to earning more XP again. That makes no sense to me. But that's pretty much from the Red Room Takeover and Champion Levels post. Then we have the Marvel Avengers. Me and you have the PS5. Yeah, Jaden, I got the PS5. I had it since March. But here on another post, which was made yesterday but was released today, welcome to our Marvel Avengers War Table weekly blog, where we'll give you the scoop on news, patch notes, marketplace updates, and more. Raka Braka, everyone. This week brings some exciting updates to the future of Marvel Avengers, some of which is just around the corner. Keep scrolling to find out what's coming, and take a look at our narrative director, Nicole Martinez Spotlight, a must-read for writers. And of course, don't forget to take a gander at this week's marketplace for Hawkeye's Marvel Studios Avengers Endgame outfit, because they added Hawkeye's Endgame outfit into the game, but it's not resonating with people, myself included, because they are keeping Clint with his same old face and not giving him his, like, mohawk look. At the very least, they're not giving him the look of, you know, his Ronin, his MCU Ronin outfit having a hood, even though he only worn it for one scene. But they have his Endgame outfit here. But they don't even go through the trouble of making sure that the arrows match the rest of him. They don't go through the trouble of making sure that the bow matches him, because his bow is black and the ends of his arrows, they're white in Endgame. Yet for some odd reason, CD does not know how to keep things completely accurate or go the extra mile, and these arrows look the exact same all the time. Do I mean Ronin? Yes, this is supposed to be a part of his Ronin outfit he had. The hood should have been there. Yes! Not only that, but the bald, shaved Clint just throws off the suit. That's the first thing you notice. You couldn't have given him his mohawk, or at the very least, like, look, hold on. Since we're here, that's his old man Clint. He has different suits with hair on it. That could have just worked, and they could have just dyed it brown. But for some odd reason, they don't go the extra mile. Because Black Widow's MCU outfit doesn't have her braid, nor does it have her hair in a way where it looks like either from Infinity War or from Endgame. Because this is her Endgame outfit. But they couldn't be bothered to give her a braid. You're charging people $14 for these suits. $14 for these yellow skins here. $14 a piece. Can you imagine paying $60 for this game, and then they expect you to pay even more money for these skins? But then I feel like if you pay for a game that is not free to play, and then the game wants you to buy more stuff using more of your money, then what you're buying should be completely accurate. What you're buying should be worth the price. I shouldn't be just getting the clothes of Black Widow. She should look just like she does from the films. Okay? She should have the hairstyle. And clearly they can change hairstyle because they done gave her a scrunchy bun here. So they know how to do hairstyles. But I don't understand why these MCU outfits don't look all that good, and why they don't go the extra mile to make these characters. Because they go under the pretense of, oh, we don't want our characters, we want to keep the integrity of our characters, and we don't want them to look in a specific type of way. And we just want to maintain the integrity of our characters and what we think our characters will look like. And though the suit isn't in here, but her monochromatic suit or monoatomic suit, which causes her to have neon orange glowing hair and glowing lines all over her body, I'm pretty sure that is exactly interpretation of the character that they meant. No, they just wanted to sell some Tron lights on their characters. So the whole interpretation of their characters angle doesn't really apply here. But I don't know, you guys. I am so confused of why they would think that this is a good idea. Borderlands can pull this off, because at least when you're upgrading your stats, You can upgrade them to a certain point. I believe plus 15% increases is what you can have for your individual Guardian rank stats. Let's just find a quick place to go to. I'm going to go to the Eastern Seaboard. And just do these challenges for these characters here. With Borderlands, Guardian ranks does in fact feel like you've earned those. Not only that, ooh, let me go down, let me get on in the nitty-gritty here. The Guardian ranks for Borderlands, yes, they have the perk, they have the percent chance increases, but they also give you skills and unique attributes and passives on top of these percent chance increases. Like the ability to cause people to explode when you kill them with a headshot, or making it so that your fight for your life mode, your fight for your life duration is cut in half, well, is increased 50% more, like it lasts 50% more when you're not moving, or making it so that you can do ground slams at any point. You don't need to be from a high location in order to do it. You can just easily do it from any location. Bonus skills and passives and abilities that you normally wouldn't have. That's what Borderlands 3 has. But from what I'm looking at, from this champion system, it just looks to be more of the same when it comes to perk percent increases. And I'm going to be taking pictures tomorrow. I'm going to be taking pictures to see if it's just going to be stat increases. Oh, you can increase your health just like by 2.5% more, or you can increase how much your heroic rate increases 2.5% more. It's like you literally have all of Marvel at your fingertips, which means that your creativity with what you do with this game should be effectively boundless. And yet, it's like they're barely scratching the surface of making this a potentially great game. Because as of right now, I still cannot suggest this game to any of you. Why? Because we're still going through the exact same thing. We are not getting anything new, okay? Them just saying, oh, we got a red room takeover and we're just doing some harm room challenges that have like different hazards and stuff in there. That's just for the Red Room Takeover event. And not only that, hold on, I still need to read through this blog post real quick. So new content, they updated the roadmap. So there's going to be stretching all of the MCU skins throughout the rest of this year, which means that we're not going to be getting a whole bunch of skins within one singular month. We're only going to be getting maybe about 1 or 2 per month, which means that if they're saving Thor and Iron Man for last, it's going to be a while before we ever see those skins, because we've already seen the skins of Captain America, we've already seen the skins of Hulk, and we've pretty much already seen the skin. We already have the skins of Black Widow and Clint right now. So I don't know what they're going to do. But here, Red Room Takeover is in May. Enter the Red Room with new themed harm room content, champion levels, and outfits inspired by Marvel Studios' Avengers Endgame. Both Black Widow and Hawkeye already available now. Red Room Takeover and champion levels launches next week. June will be the Cosmic Cube event, with a new Scientist Supreme villain sector where you're fighting Monica with the Cosmic Cube. Confront the unchecked power of the Cosmic Cube. Outfits inspired by Marvel Studios' Avengers Endgame. Could be either Hulk and Captain America, with Thor and Iron Man being spread out even further. Summer and Beyond is the whole Wasteland Patrol, new War Zone mission type patrol mode, new war zones and assignments within the Wasteland region, and more outfits inspired by the MCU. And then beyond that is War for Wakanda, Black Panther's added, new hero outfits, power level cap increase, new villains including Ulysses Claw, new Claw faction enemies, because God knows I am so tired of AIM. New story, new Wakandan jungle biome, new outposts, outfits inspired by the MCU. And additional content and features is Omega level threat missions and multiplayer mega hives. Ongoing improvements are balance, tuning, gear and progression, collectible comic system. Still don't know what that means. I have absolutely no idea what that means. And matchmaking. So that's what they did with the roadmap. Developer updates. Our team is currently undergoing internal playtests for the first of the Omega level threat missions that will be released. Our focus right now is to ensure the final fight is challenging since we know the community is ready for it. Also, if any of you have one-shot builds where you can just kill a boss in one hit, they're nerfing those completely because they don't want you to do that anymore. So I hope you enjoyed that build because it's gonna be obsolete once they hit that banhammer on it. Expect to see more nameplates that are animated in dynamic ways like the Raka Braka one that is available this week, because we all play a Marvel game for nameplates. What do I gotta do? Perfect evade incoming attacks, collect gear items, open DNA strong boxes and vault missions, and defeat cryo or ranged enemies. I just feel like there's an opportunity being missed here. There's an opportunity being missed here for you to be able to go above and beyond for this Marvel franchise, this Marvel series, and it doesn't even feel like they're scratching the surface. It's like you can do so many ridiculous things with the Marvel Universe. Yet it's like they're not even trying. I'm so confused by this. And the whole XP booster thing, I don't like that. I don't like how they could potentially be asking people to pay for XP boosters and then expecting people to be all like, you know what, this is fine. Now, of course, there are going to be people, there are already people right now who think that, you know what, I'm glad they're doing this. This is going to be so cool. Not realizing that they're going out of their way to increase the grind to incentivize people to make in-app purchases. Alright? Not in-app purchases, but microtransaction purchases. That's what this whole game literally expects to survive on. That's why they keep talking about marketplace skins every week. That's why they keep talking about nameplates every week. And we ask for so many things to be added to this game.
Send their location to your HUD.
We ask for so many things to be added to this game that we want. Like, I want Hulk to be able to move fast, because this version of Hulk is ridiculous. This dude moves like he's 800 pounds of weight that he can't even move himself. His jumps are so trash and so lackluster. I don't understand why they thought it was a good idea to make him that way. The fact that he can't even... They made this game, built it around the prospects of, oh, you're playing on a team, so we can't really have these super powerful Marvel characters be all powerful. So we gotta nerf them, and in the sense, we completely miss what makes these heroes really great. Hey Gregory, what's going on? Like, the whole angle of the Hulk, the one thing he's known for, what is the one thing that Hulk is known for? He is known for the madder Hulk gets, the angrier Hulk gets, the stronger he gets. Such a concept is non-existent in this game. Why am I playing this then? You mistake my tone for someone that hates this game. I don't. I'm just disappointed in how they're handling it. People tend to confuse offering criticism on this game as just outright hating it. I do not hate this game. I'm just incredibly disappointed in how it's been handled. There is so much underlying potential here for this game that is being lost because of some of these decisions made to the game. I only play it because it is literally something to do. Not because I fully enjoy it, but because it is something to do. I can't say that I fully enjoy playing a game where characters I know should be powerful are not powerful because of the game design. Now, if this was made by any other developers who knew exactly how to do this right, like say Insomniac or anyone else, I don't think we would be in this situation. But this was made by a gaming developer that is known for doing only single-player games, you know, the Tomb Raider series, and we're currently in this situation right now. Now, I reiterate, I do not hate this game. I am just so disappointed in the decisions made in the past 8 months. So much potential to keep players invested. Like, at launch, Steam, that is. You hate the lack of content? So do I, Gregory. So do I. I hate the fact that when events come out, such as the Tachyon Anomaly event, it was just the same old missions, just we've done it before already. And then they just called it a brand new event. Hey, you can play with your friends as the same character without restrictions. You just got to do the same old objectives over and over and over again. Then we have these Ruskaya protocols, which is essentially the exact same thing, only you're collecting chips from robots. So you're basically still doing the exact same type of objectives, only a different pretense. There's literally nothing new that I can say is, wow, they actually did something new for once. There's nothing like that in this game. It's unfortunate, but there's nothing like that. Hey, Branderson, what's going on? DK Wayne, Senior, good to see you as well. And I don't think you guys were here when I was ranting about the whole new champion system that they're introducing to the game next week. The new post-50 progression that they are talking about. They're going to be showing it off tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time, where they're going to be talking with one of the game directors about the whole new system. Why is there still dust stuck to my feet? Why is there dust? Why is there dust stuck to my feet? Look at this. Why is it still attached to me? What is this? Why is it off my feet? What is this? There's no reason for this dust to be on my feet right now. You see it? It's just coming off my feet like I'm landing. I got contrails on my feet. Those should immediately stop appearing on your feet the moment you jump or stop moving. But look at her.
Suggests the watchdogs know you're here.
It's like... Oh my goodness, I can't... Buggy Game has been like this ever since it came out. Seriously, Gregory. Every time they release a patch for this game, nothing is permanently fixed, and it just seems to break it even more. Like... Just to double check, were you guys here when I was talking about the champion system? Because they're going to be introducing XP boosters in the game next week. Surprise! I keep looking at the wrong webcam. I got both my webcams up here. One for my laptop and the other one for my PlayStation. Why is the dust still on my feet? Have I completed one of these challenges yet? Oh, Gregory, you have not heard? XP boosters are coming to the game. They say that it's going to be occasionally in the marketplace, but they're saying they're also looking into other ways you can get these boosters as well. And if you can't get it through gameplay, well, what's the big way you can get them? I went on a, I don't know how many minute rant earlier before you and everyone else got here. But remember when they reworked the XP? Saying that players were having a hard time understanding why they had so many skill points and they were earning them too fast, and it was making players confused. How could anyone ever be confused about having a bunch of skill points? It just means you're going to be unlocking stuff faster. But remember when they reworked it because they said it was going to be hard for players to comprehend having a whole bunch of them at once, and how they increased the XP grind? Well, they're going right back on that, and introducing a way to earn XP faster so that you can earn XP for their new champion system that they're introducing next week. Ain't that lovely? Where's this pressure plate? Something funny when you say, oh my goodness, instead you should say, all might, goodness! This game is so dead, I still have hope, but yeah, here's the thing! I keep telling myself that I'm not going to look into this game anymore, but they keep adding stuff that makes me think, you know, maybe there's some semblance that they're actually going to listen to players and not think that every decision that they make is just going to resonate with people. Because you got people out there who will absolutely support this game no matter what they do, and sometimes they're big content creators who don't want to ruin the good relationship that they have, so they'll just say what they need to in order to keep being in their good graces. I don't care about being one of those people. Jackie, what are your ideas about the MCU skins? Here's the thing. My ideas about it is that I'm not a fan on how they know people want these skins. You thought I wasn't gonna play this again? Look, Karma, I had to say this, what I'm saying now. You weren't here at the beginning, but they're adding XP boosters to the game. They're adding XP boosters to the game. And I figured I'd distract myself from it a little bit by just doing this, because even though I'm not a fan of what they did with this game, it's just I am so disappointed with what they've done. Hate you have to buy credits, you can earn them. No, you can earn them if you do the challenge cards, but those are only like a little bit. You would think that with these community challenges that they give players in this game, for a whole bunch of people to do all at once, actual community challenge, you would think that credits would be what they would give players. But no, we get units, which we can't really use anything on because, one, the cosmetic vendor is gone, and they're reworking it. And we can't do anything about it. And buying gear is ridiculous since you can just go into a stage and just get gear by taking out enemies. So the whole concept of that is just ridiculous. And like that, I went up another rank on the hero card. Can I try saying, oh my goodness, if not, that's okay, if so, okay? I think I said that. I think I said it alright already when you said that earlier on. But I just don't understand how every time they do something new for this game, it is in fact not new, and it's just more of the same. Like the champion system for this game that they're going to be introducing. Oh, it's all good. It was back when I was fighting people in that area with the chest that I opened up. But the whole champion system, from what I've seen, is just like more of the same perk increases that the comics already do. This game's been out for a year and it still runs like crap. Well, technically it's been out for 8 months, but you would think that we would have gotten something, you know, Next chapter of One Piece gonna be trash. I saw the spoilers. I don't want to hear about it, Karma. You don't need to tell me if you think it's trash because I don't want any expectations on my part based on what you said. Please and thank you. And I'm forgetting this thing I'm supposed to actually be doing. Defeat cryo or ranged enemies. And perfect evade attacks. Gotta go, but keep up the good work. You know me, Hiroshi. I'm just doing this because I wanted to rant about Avengers, and I'm just disappointed at the what they are doing to this game and what they're doing to the Marvel name in video games, because this is not a great game. It is far from it. And I'm just wondering who came up with this idea. Like, I'm gonna watch the live stream tomorrow. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow, and I'm gonna see what they do. And if what they do is trash, and it's nothing different than what we've already seen before, and it's just the same exact thing with the comics, okay, now it's open. Like, we already have a comic perk system in the game already. So the whole concept of them doing these perk increases with the champion system and doing the exact same thing, it's ridiculous. Why would you do two different instances of the exact same thing? Just got on break, having a hard time lately, trying not to feel like a mindless cog in the system. Don't worry, Shonen Sensei, it happens. Just look forward to what you actually enjoy, and it'll help you get through your shift. That's how I get through mine. I look forward to doing this for you guys while I'm at my current job, so I can have something to really and truly look forward to. It can be difficult at times, but it works for me. Don't worry, he's not spoiling. He does that all the time. Karma does not spoil chapters. What would I rate this game in its current state? 1 out of 10? A 5. And it only gets a 5 because of the combat. The combat is the only thing that is... The combat is the only thing in this game that actually is relatively solid. And that's the only reason why people tend to have this on a little bit of a higher rating, is because of the combat in this game. That's the only reason. Oh, now my feet have stopped dusting off. That's the only reason why this game has stayed on people's radar. It's not because the content is fulfilling, because it's not. It's not because the story was amazing, because it was alright. But it's because the combat itself is the only thing that manages to hold people's interest in this game. That's the only thing. It's not the gear, because the gear is trash. Like, if I get an exotic piece of gear, it should not have worse stats than a blue piece of gear. That's how this game works, unfortunately. It doesn't know how to do its own gear system right. So a 5 out of 10. And that's because the combat is relatively good. And even then, it could have some massive improvements. Like, how do you have a game with Hulk in it, and there's no concept of him getting stronger the longer he fights? So, it's average at best. That's close to what I think as well. Yeah, it's pretty average. It is really, really average. It's not the Avengers, it's the Averagers. With the way the developers give us content, we may see Spider-Man next year. Look. Who knows if they're even going to last long enough to pump out Spider-Man and then go after that. Because we're getting Black Panther before Spider-Man, but we don't even know if they're going to do anything else after Spider-Man. It's hard to tell. Why did I even buy this? I bought this under the pretense that I would be playing as a next-gen Hulk, and it would give me vibes akin to that of Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction from 2005. Imagine my surprise when I got into this game, and you can hear it in my voice if you were to watch my playthrough of this game in its story mode. You can hear my constant disappointment of how Hulk is not able to do a lot of things that he should be doing. Like, he doesn't get stronger the longer he fights. He doesn't jump high or far. He moves incredibly slow. I mean, even Captain America, who doesn't even move at the speed he's supposed to, moves faster than Hulk, and that's only when he's running with his shield in front of him. And that person is gone. That person is gone.
A Watch Dogs agent is down. Another watchdog has been neutralized.
And I told you guys, if this game was good, then I would sing its praises. But if it wasn't, then I was gonna let you guys know. And as a content creator who plays games for you guys, it is my civic duty to let you know if something ain't right.
Another bounty hunter is down. The Watch Dogs team has been defeated. Excellently done. I've located captive...
Games like this want to make me wait for reviews. Yep, I hear you. These are perfect examples. These are perfect examples of games that you need to wait on reviews for. The voice for Cap does not suit him. I feel like it's too... I don't know what the right word is. Because I'm not expecting him to sound like Chris Evans, but it doesn't sound...
Those Inhumans need you.
It just doesn't really resonate with me all that much. And it's not because I'm used to Chris Evans or Troy Baker or Roger Craig Smith, who, no, I was thinking of Roger Craig Smith because he did the voice for Captain America in the cartoons. It's just that I don't get that sense, that leader sense from his voice, like the presence of Captain America. I don't get that from him during his delivery. That's just me personally, but I just don't get that feeling from him. Probably should be working on these challenges, because I'm going to try and work on all the daily and weekly challenges of all the characters today. But that's just me, but that's just what I'm going to be doing. My voice for Go-Gun He was 10 out of 10. Well, thank you, Shonen Sensei. I would like to believe that I give you guys a good experience whenever I do any voice acting videos or reactions where it requires my voice. Now, do these drones count as ranged enemies? Yes, they do. Okay, good. Just give me all of the drones. After the next Spider-Man game and the Venom movie, we should get a Venom game. Oh my goodness, I would love to have a Venom game. Done by Insomniac or somebody other than Crystal Dynamics. Heck, I'd even love for a Hulk game to be made by Avalanche Studios. Because you guys were there when I was playing Just Cause just to show off what a Hulk game would be like. Imagine an open, expansive, explosive world like Just Cause, but Hulk, or not even just Hulk, but just a superhero in general, and you have different powers, like super strength, and flight, and super speed, and so many different powers, and you're just in one big, massive, explosive world. Just imagine the potential for that. I would play that over at Avengers instantly. That's not even a question. Give me a game where I actually feel like a hero, and I don't need to worry about, oh, I need to make sure that I have gear set for defense as I go in this mission where the enemies scale with me regardless of my gear, so they're always close to beating me, but I have just a little leg up. The unfortunate thing about Marvel Avengers is that there's never a moment where you just feel straight up powerful and you murk people. Sure, people make one-shot builds, but those are getting nerfed. So, enjoy them while you can, but there's never a moment where I'm Thor or Hulk, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna wreck everyone. No, it's because the enemies always scale next to you so closely that the enemies have a chance of taking you out rather than it feeling like, oh, this could be a cakewalk. The difficulty does not change that whatsoever. Regardless of the difficulty, the enemies will always be in line with you. There's never a moment where you can just say, like, I'm just going to take it easy. I don't need to worry about dying. I don't need to worry about things being hard. I can just take things easy. If I want to just wreck things as Hulk and just decimate everyone at point-blank range instantly, that game does not give you that option. Because they tried too hard to be like Destiny, and yet they failed at what makes Destiny good in people's eyes. There's a reason why people play so much Destiny right now. Because one, it has tons of content for people to do. Secondly, it does what it needs to in order to scale difficulty for whatever you're doing. Now, mind you, you can become powerful, and you can just be straight up one-shotting people with the last word or whatever exotic weapon that you want. But when it comes to a game where you're a superhero, a literal superhero whose whole job is to be super powerful and the game won't let you do that, that's literally a missed opportunity right there. I know it sounds like I'm kind of reiterating the exact same thing I've said before, but riveting combat. Paid $60 for this game. It was not worth it. A lot of people are starting to get that in their minds as well. Random question, but did I play the Uncharted game? Yep, I played all of them. I even have those as a stream series as well. I played through all of the Uncharted games, and I have a whole series dedicated for the Uncharted 4 A Thief's End as well. Let me go back to the challenge card because I need to be completing these. This game is on PS Now, but I sadly don't have it. Don't feel sad about it. Just because it's on PS Now does not mean it's worth your time. You just got yourself a subscriber? Well, Gregory, I'm always happy to entertain more people on this channel. I know it sounds like I may be griping on this game a whole lot, and I even said that I may never play this game again, but when it comes to moments like this with the whole champion system and XP boosts and paid XP boosts and them introducing new systems that have no business being in the game, and then them increasing ways to earn XP after specifically creating a way to increase the grind earlier on, I just have to make it known to people about how hypocritical that sounds. Like, imagine telling people we're going to increase the XP grind because people are leveling up too fast and they don't really comprehend having a whole bunch of skill points all at once. Then a month later, you then create a new post-level progression system, and then you give people ways to earn more XP, as if you didn't just increase the grind for XP earlier. So now you're trying to monetize literally leveling up. When people do stuff like that, I have to talk about it. Because if I just stay silent on it, then how are people going to know? Sure, there are other people who will talk about it, but I feel it's my civic duty to, when I play games like this on my channel, or if I talk about them, and people know how much I don't despise Avengers, but am incredibly disappointed on how a Marvel game came out in this state, in this day and age. But I have to be honest with you. I have to be honest with you guys. That's the only way I can be on this channel. People may not like it. They may not even like what I say. But I'd rather be honest than be fake. And pretend that everything's okay.
Excellent. The bounty hunters have been purged from Jersey City.
Okay, this time I actually need to focus and do... I gotta do a vault mission, so might as well do the vault mission. So that way we can get this one knocked out, that one knocked out, and this one knocked out. Too bad you can't go inside of a zone by yourself instead of having a whole full squad with you. But actually, let me go over to gear and put that on. Here's the thing. I'm getting all this gear and I'm putting it all on, but it's going to be obsolete once they raise the level cap. Still wonder why they don't have a mass dismantling for your gear system, since this takes such a long time. Have I had a moment where an enemy is stuck in the ground? Yes. Yes. I had a moment where an enemy was stuck in the ground. Had a moment where I hit an enemy and they glitched out and they were sent sailing into the distance. I did this when the Ruskaya event was going on, and then Sael found like a little loot farm where you can farm materials extremely fast and even have a chance of coming across a loot bot. Did that a couple of times and played with some people, and I would occasionally almost one-shot this Adaptoid that had a shield on him, and it would glitch out and it would just like jitter all over the place and then go sailing into the distance and just instantly die. Had that moment happen. I think I had one moment when I fell outside of the map. Do the Uncharted games have stuff besides the main story? I believe Uncharted 2, 3, and 4 have multiplayer in them. It's been a while since I last played them, but Uncharted 1 is just specifically single player. Uncharted 2, 3, and 4 have multiplayer in them. But that's kind of it, really. It's more so focused on the whole single player aspect. Let me delete all this stuff. What did I think of the story? What did I think of Avengers story? I mean, it was alright. They really did focus on Kamala Khan, though. And all the other Avengers only had, like, secondary, like, little mini missions. But it wasn't like it was dedicated, like, the story of the game of the Avengers was really focused on Kamala and her getting the Avengers back together. So you spent more time with Kamala than you did the actual, you know, titular heroes of the game. And then some things in the story really didn't make sense to me. Such as, like, not only from a story standpoint, but from a gameplay standpoint as well. Why would you show Hulk going up against Iron Man in some of your trailers, and then not give us an option to fight Hulk as Tony? Like, you could have given us a Hulkbuster versus Hulk battle, but that happens off screen. And what is it with them not being scared? What is it with them being scared of showing Banner without a shirt on? Because every time he transforms from Hulk to Banner, he immediately, like, remember, every single time he turns from Hulk back into Banner, there is always a spare coat nearby that he immediately puts on. Every single time. There was a moment where he beat Abomination, and he turns into Banner, and he walks up to Kamala, he's got a jacket on. There's a moment where he's fighting Iron Man, he comes back into the helicarrier, starts transforming back into Banner, and right in arm's reach is another coat for him to put on. Every single time he turns back into Banner, there's always a coat nearby. Always! Are they scared of showing skin? They can't be because they got a whole skin dedicated to Cap not having a shirt on. So what is... Are they scared of Banner not having a shirt on? Like, it never makes sense to me. But the story as a whole, I feel like... I don't know why they tried to make MODOK, of all villains, the big villain. Because he's not really a big villain. Sure, he's dangerous, but he's not like... Avengers need to rise up against this guy level dangerous. Like, that would be Thanos. That would be Doctor Doom. That would be the Kree. You know, the alien race that pretty much brought about the end of the world in this whole story. That would be them. But MODOK, he's not Avenger level threat worthy. So I never really understood that angle either. Wasn't a fan. Alright, that ought to help out just a little bit. What was the point of 2 archers? Greg? I don't know. I don't know why they added Kate Bishop. I don't know why they added Hawkeye. Also, Krasmataz, welcome! And El Gogeta, welcome you guys. Hope you enjoy yourselves. I never understood the purpose of adding one archer and then adding another archer directly after. There is literally so many other people you could have added. But you decided to add the 2 same type characters? Let's add Kate Bishop. Okay, who's Kate Bishop? She's the protege of Hawkeye. Why not just add Hawkeye? And then later on, we're going to introduce a brand new character. It's going to be Hawkeye. So, you give us one archer, and then the next character we get is another archer. They fight the same way. They both use bows and arrows with different types of setups on them, and they use swords as their melee. They're literally the same type character. Even though some of their moves are different, they still play the same way. Except Clint has a bit more creativity to his arrows a little bit. Do you think that they beat Null? These Avengers? Oh no, they are never beating Null. These Avengers are weak compared to literally any other Avengers you have ever come across. MCU Avengers would decimate these Avengers. Marvel Superhero Squad Avengers would decimate these Avengers. These Avengers are far too weak to take on someone as powerful as Null. It's ridiculous. They'd never be able to beat him. People ask for Clint, not Kate. Exactly. People asked for Clint during the presentation of this game before it even launched. Your final week for school, so glad. Gogeta, I'm happy for you, man. Long as it's not a full, like, character recolor type situation, if their movesets are different enough, then it's no different than Smash Ultimate having 50 sword users and 3 gun users. I understand that, Krasmataz, but I just feel like you could have just switched up. You could have just switched up, like, what character you added. Didn't they announce Spider-Man a while back? Why isn't he in the game yet? Oh, they didn't announce him. They're working on him, but they haven't announced him. Spider-Man is nowhere in this game. And don't expect to see him anytime soon. And don't expect him to play even remotely like Insomniac's version of Spider-Man. You know, the superior Spider-Man. Not the superior Spider, but the actual superior Spider-Man in games.
I don't have the exact location of the vault. Your signal detector should pick up a shield frequency when you get close to its location. Scout out the area ahead of you to locate it.
And here's the thing. I will get on Twitter and I will side with people who are always asking for Hulk to get a traversal rework, because Hulk's movement in this game is just so trash. It is so horrible. It's just so horrible that I never thought that I would be so bored playing as the Hulk of all people. What's funny is they want you to pay for Black Panther. That's the thing. Ain't that funny? They want you to pay for Black Panther, and yet they have characters this way in the game. That didn't even register. That didn't even register! That attack didn't even register. And some of these enemies in this game are incredibly cheap. I tell you guys what, I've never been so tired of playing AIM, not playing AIM, but fighting against AIM so much. I've never been tired of fighting a faction in a Marvel game. Avengers doesn't have a roadmap for updates. They have a roadmap. It's just the same thing that they showed us all the way back in, I believe, March. They're just adding some months to it. Not dates, just months of when it will drop. With the whole patrol mode that they like to talk about being added in summer and beyond, and Black Panther being added in summer and beyond. What you can know that CD is always ready to give us is that they're ready to tell us soon. Things will be ready soon. We'll talk about this thing next week. And then next week comes, and then they tell you, oh, we're almost ready to tell you about what we said we were going to talk about next week.
Proceed to the designated location.
People complain so much about a game, but still buy basically everything they're putting out. No wonder the games aren't improving. Really, you're right.
Mark this shield vault on any official maps. The only way to find them is by using the signal detector.
The thing that's wrong with this game is that it tried to capitalize on the Avengers name alone and then just expected people to just fall in line with it. That's the real sad thing about this game, is that it played on people's affections and feeling towards the Marvel movies that people have grown up with. Some of us have literally grown up with the MCU. Some of us have literally grown up with the MCU, have been around as long as it's been around, and even longer. Stop trying to take my perfect evade! That's why I sometimes hate these AI companions, because they'll immediately go after enemies I'm actually trying to fight. But the game was made with the pretense of, well, people like Avengers, let's see if we can capitalize on that. But the sad thing is, they did it in the way to try and monetize on stuff, and I believe they shot themselves in the foot when they said, like, hey, let's, how about we, monetize some of the most basic features in this game, make it so that we have players buying a whole bunch of skins, and that's what's gonna keep this game. That's what's gonna keep this game. About to stream some PW, feel free to stop by and vibe if you wrap it up streaming. Will do, Krasmataz, will do. I'm probably gonna play some Persona 5 once I'm done doing this. At least your AI teammates try to help you in Ghost Recon. The teammates have more cons than pros. How far am I in Persona? I just entered in I'm currently preparing to infiltrate into Madarame's palace for the first time. Well, not for the first time, but I mean, prepare to infiltrate the first visit. Like, the first time we've been in there was when we tried to find it. Second time is us preparing to, like, to officially go in there. But I'm working on increasing all my appropriate stats and everything and leveling myself up as I go. They wait so long to let us to be able to replay the story. Here's the thing. They could have given this the proper New Game Plus that it should have been, which should have allowed us to play any chapter that we wanted, instead of having to reset progress from the beginning. And then, like, you realize how long you have to play as Kamala before you get to any of the other Avengers that you actually want to play? It takes a minute. So instead of giving us individual chapters that we could select to play in, we have to play the game from the very beginning, go through the same old opening, and then suffer through levels that we kind of don't enjoy just to get to the parts that we actually want to. So, very missed opportunity there. An opportunity that that should have been so hard to get wrong, but they didn't do that.
That did it. Theo, work your magic.
You're safe now.
When your signal detector picks up the vault frequency, follow it to reach the vault location.
They need to add an option to make Jarvis talk less. Because I'm actually kind of getting tired of hearing Jarvis all the time says, "Please go to this location." 5 minutes. 5 minutes later. "Please go to this location. Find the entrance of the vault." Like, be quiet, Jarvis. I don't want to hear you. Recently finished Madarame's palace, and you're already 32 hours into the game. It's a long game. But in order for me to play Shinobi Strikers, I have to beat Persona 5 Royal. I have to beat it in order to play Strikers. Please try and hit me. I need that challenge. Hello, hello. Actually, where do I actually stand with my challenge card now? 65%. Need to dodge 7 more times. Defeat 4 more cryo or ranged enemies. Not Shinobi Strikers, Persona 5 Strikers. I meant to say Persona 5 Strikers. Sorry, I get Shinobi Strikers and Persona 5 Strikers mixed up so much. So that's my fault. Clint's DLC was so short, not worth waiting for. They wasted such a wonderful opportunity to expand on that, and the thing is, it ended on such a lame note. Like, you literally have the end of the world. You find out that every Avenger is dead, including Kate, all because Hawkeye didn't stay with the Avengers. The Kree took over the world. Nick Fury and Monica are stuck in time facing off against the Kree when the Kree invaded. And you end on a note of Kate and Clint clowning each other, with Kate saying, "Are you gonna grow your hair out?" And then Clint says, "Never in a million years." Ha 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 ha. Saturday morning cartoon, fade to black. Ha 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 ha. You know, like those old sitcoms where everyone's laughing and it freeze frame, they're all laughing like, ha 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 ha. And then the music plays out and it fades out. That's the note it ended on. You ended a literal DLC dedicated to talking about the end of the world, where only the Hulk was the only Avenger left, and Clint was the only Avenger left, and you end on a happy-go-lucky note like that. Do you not know how to read the room? Now here's the thing. I am not bashing people who create stories in this game. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of passion that comes from some of these developers and some of these people who are in charge of some of these things, but it's hard to tell when we get stuff like this. I need you to hit me. Thor is too strong. I need you to try and hit me. Some of the skins suck. You know what sucks? Is how you are given skins. How you can have skins that you're in Clint's DLC, and they make you pay for... He's floating. 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 Do you see this? Do you see this? And this person is supposed to be tangible, otherwise they wouldn't be trying to attack him. This person is supposed to be... We're supposed to be able to hit this person. What the heck is this? And just so you know, this is an everyday occurrence. There is always something going on with this game. Always. How does Black Widow never run out of bullets? Game mechanics. We gotta keep the game balanced, but we're gonna give people infinite ammunition because then it wouldn't really be balanced, would it? They want to keep this game balanced and yet unbalanced at the same time. Just say that it's nano bullets that she has and they just form out of nothing. I mean, that's how almost everything works in this game. Reasons! I know I'm supposed to be found in the vault, but I'm going to all these secondary locations because I still need 3 more perfect dodges and 4 more cryo enemies, and then we gotta find a chest here. Which should be easy if we just follow the markers. So, here's my thing of what I think should improve this game. First of all, stop with this whole nonsense of, oh, we can't have these people be powerful because then the game won't be balanced. Well, just, if I want, why? First of all, why? Why is that an issue? Why is that an issue? Why can't you make a game where you can have Hulk as powerful as he is? Not comic levels, because if you make it comic levels, then that just breaks the game, apparently. But you can make these characters as powerful as they are in the comics and still have a balanced game. Just balance the enemies around it. Is that hard? No! It's not hard. You either lack the creativity to do that, or you're lazy. Either one of the two. Ain't no in between. You either do it or you don't. Stop making excuses of why things can't be done, and show me why it can't be done. Because I tell you, Hulk and Thor are the most powerful members in this entire roster of heroes. Yet, they don't feel like it in this game. What is the number one thing a superhero game should get right? Making you feel as powerful as the hero you're playing, right? Shouldn't take me getting a specific type of piece of gear based on RNGesus' favor in order for me to get, you know, the perfect perks to make it so that Hulk feels all powerful. It shouldn't take that. Hulk should already be powerful. The gear itself should accentuate his strength, should add on to his already increasing strength. So, the whole pull of playing a superhero game is to feel powerful like a hero. Yet, can you look me in the eye? Not like you guys actually can, but can you look me in the eye and say that, you know what? This feels just like Hulk does in the comics. No, you can't. You cannot say that to me, because it's not true. I need to get myself something to drink here in a minute so that my back of my throat doesn't get too parched from talking this much. The developers are lazy. I feel like they're being told to make this game this way, because you can see it on their faces during the live streams. Some of them do not want to tell us that, you know, I kind of don't want to tell them that they have to wait soon. You know, when we have dates, then we'll tell you this. When we have dates, soon. And then you have people who really want to talk about the game, but then they're told, well, you can talk about it, you're going to have to suffer the consequences. And it's like, who's making them not say anything at all? I feel like it's somebody up top who's making all these executive decisions. Especially these decisions where the game is so steadfast on focusing on monetization options. Like, there are rarely any moments where it talks about new things coming to the game, and it just talks more about, hey, we got a sale going on in the marketplace. Look at this skin in the marketplace. Check out these photos from the people that bought these skins from the marketplace. Marketplace. It's like, I'm not playing this game for your marketplace. I don't care what you have in the marketplace. If there's one or two skins that look good, I will buy it with the in-game credits that the game gives me when I earn them. I haven't spent a single cent on this game, and that will probably never happen because there is nothing worth spending my money on in this game. But when you have it so that their Twitter feed is just nothing but marketplace information, it's like, what are your priorities? Are you trying to get our money, or do you want us to stick around? Because you can't have both. If you're good, you can have both. But clearly, they're not good. Sorry, this is not Spider-Man. I can't dodge those and go in slow motion. Have I looked at Clint's endgame outfit? Yes, I have. Actually, you know what? And it looks like I earned myself some credits, which I can't see because my face is in the way. Let me move my face. But we just need to open up a DNA chest, and then we can get ourselves another progress. This is the last bit of Kamala's progress that I actually have to obtain. So I just have level 38, 39, and 40, and then Kamala's done with her hero card, and then I'm going to move on to the next hero, which I believe is Iron Man. I'm going to get all these challenge cards done so I can get my hands on these credits, because that's the only way I'm going to buy anything in this game, is if you get the credits from these hero cards. Because you can't get them from any other way outside of buying it with real money, and I'm not putting my money into this. This game even has a battle pass? Yes. Hero card activated. So it costs 1,000 credits. You know what? Avengers, you're making me do this. I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so here's Clint's Avengers Endgame outfit. It costs you $14. Costs you $14 for the MCU skins, and basically any legendary outfit for that matter. Anything under that is $9, but going over here, we have the credit packs. Got your 500, got your 1,050, got your 2,020, 2,200, you got your 3,450, you got your 6,000, and you got your 13,000, which some people have actually spent money on. But this costs $5. This 500 credit pack costs $4.99, and this pack here costs $9.99. But you might as well just round it up. So basically, kind of $15 when you think about it, because tax is added on if you buy this. So you got $10 here, and then you got $5 here. So basically $15 for one skin. So if you want to get the skin for Black Widow, Captain America, Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, Hawkeye, 15 times 5, that is $75 if you want to get every single skin if you buy it. I knew you were serious about this game being heavily monetized, but I didn't know it was that bad. Oh, yeah, it is. I told you guys. Marketplace currency. And they make sure that you remember that it costs credits in order to get this, because they'll give you units out of the woodworks. When community challenges are completed for this game, you get units. But there's not much to spend units on except resources, and you can easily burn through that. But credits, the only way you can get credits is through the challenge card battle pass system they have, or if you buy it with real money. That's the only way you can get it. But going back to the marketplace, $14. This is literally a recolor of his Ronin outfit. That's $14. Now, mind you, his original Ronin outfit, I believe that's $14 as well. So $14. I'm just going off of $75 is what it's going to cost you just to get the MCU outfits for the regular Avengers of Hulk, Iron Man, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Thor. Is that it? And Captain America. Actually, you know what? I actually miscounted. That is not 15 times 5. That is 15 times 6. That is $90 that you're going to be spending out. Captain America, Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, Black Widow, and Hawkeye. That is $90 you would have to shell out if you were to buy the credits necessary to buy all the MCU skins for this game thus far. $90. Now, mind you, it costs $60 for this game already. $14 for a reskin. Yeah, they do that. They do that in this game. They use reskin, and then they reuse assets and call it brand new skins, and they still like, look, all of these are reskins, and they cost you $7 a piece. 7, 14, 21, 28. So if you wanted to get all of these different recolors, that's $28 right there. Then you got recolors with Hulk. You have Hulk in his green gladiator. Now, I bought this one with credits, and I bought this one with credits. I bought this one because this one reminded me of his outfit from Age of Ultron, and that is pretty much the only outfit I ever have Hulk in, because I figured that's what it reminds me of. I'm more than likely, even if I get the credits, I'm probably not going to get his endgame onesie stretch outfit where it covers his whole body, because I don't like it. I've never been a fan of that whole full body suit he had. It's just never been a fan. But $14 for this, $14 for that, $14 for this. But I had enough credits in order to get it. And then I even got it on sale when it was $900, so that was even less. But it's ridiculous. Let me get back to the game so I can continue this. Because if I stay on this marketplace, and here's the thing. Even if you were to look at the marketplace and look at all this stuff and get rid of all these question marks, like, let me view all of these. Let me view all the ones with the question mark on them. Look! They put the question marks right back on them to catch your eye, to make you see, to remind you that they are here on the marketplace. Remember that these skins are right here. They have flashing icons on them, even if you look at them. And even if you look at another one, it puts those icons right back on there. It's like, it's a subtle mental manipulation there to constantly keep in your mind that these skins are in the marketplace. Just in case you forgot, they have these icons just flashing up there just to remind you that they're there. Even if I go highlight over these, then go to this side and come back here, they're right back up there again. They're there to remind you that they're here in the marketplace for you, the people. If you want to spend your credits on all of these skins, they're here for you, and we give it back to you. Like, it's just, it's intrusive. When you think about it, it's like always flashing in your face. It's subtle, so that it's not so blatantly there, but you know it's there. That's the whole thing. They want you to know that it's there. They call the wasteland a region. It's the desert. I mean, it's not even a desert. It's just a repurposed Utah map. They just added derelict-looking stuff in it. And then just cover the whole area in orange. It wants to balance the game, yet enemies stun you that get you killed. Yeah. The game is only balanced when you're the one doing the fighting. It doesn't care about enemies doing that. It doesn't care about enemies being super cheap and one-shotting you, or ganging up on you and shooting their lasers without no remorse and no cooldowns whatsoever. It only cares about making sure you are always in a state where you don't feel too powerful, which is literally one of the worst things you could ever do to a superhero game, is nerf heroes that you know are powerful. If I play Hulk, I better feel like the strongest one there is. If I'm playing Thor, I better feel like the strongest Asgardian out there. But you don't. Now, mind you, in some elements, Thor is basically the most powerful person in this game. And that's because they haven't fixed his heroic stats so that he can't do as much damage as he should. But overall, I feel like if you're getting hit by Mjolnir, literally one of the most powerful weapons in the Marvel Universe, why has it taken me 5 hits to take out robots that should be shattered instantly? Now, mind you, people will say, oh, we can't have that because then the game balancing would be off. Like, you can't, it'll just make things too easy. And I'm just wondering, why not make it an option? Instead of making it so that enemies scale with you all the time, every single second of every level up, just make it so that people can choose whether or not they want enemies to scale with you. That's an actual thing that exists in games already. Don't lose my voice over this. Oh, don't worry, I'd be fine. I will be fine. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get myself some water real quick. But I am definitely not gonna lose my voice over this. Trust me. I'd lose my voice if I was, you know, going a straight hour sounding like Bakugo from My Hero Academia. But that's not the case here. I'm fine. I'm speaking calmly now. Just need to get myself some water. I'll be right back, you guys. Hold tight. Alright, back to it. Alright, if I go to my challenge card, I almost got that last emote here. And we just need to open up a DNA Strongbox and this vault mission here, and then that's it for all the challenges for Kamala. I feel like there's so many ideas I could give to the combat team who's in charge of this combat for the game that could make combat even more fun, such as Hulk. His whole rage thing. How about the longer he uses rage, the more powerful his attacks become, and the more defense and tanky he becomes, the longer he uses rage. Therefore, keeping in line with his whole, the stronger Hulk, the madder Hulk gets, the stronger he gets. Welcome back, Hiroshi! Like, there's so many things they could do to make combat feel even more in line with the characters, without it feeling like you've nerfed everyone. But then again, at the end of the day, maybe I'm asking too much for a developer who has gone this far in making sure that these heroes do not feel the way they're supposed to, and maybe I'm just hoping for too much. I'm really hoping that at some point some other developer gets their hands on this Marvel-type property and gives us something that is truly wonderful to play where I can tell people to go out and buy it. Because as of right now, it's still not there. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 through 3 are still better Marvel experiences. What was that? Are still better Marvel experiences than this AAA title that's supposed to be the first game in a partnership between Marvel and Square Enix. It's a shame, really. This is their very first game in their partnership, and it's pretty much reached this point. This should have been a great game. This should have been a great game where it was unanimous by everyone, where they could say, you know what? This game is good. Yes, I agree. This game is good. But it's not there. It's not a unanimous ideal like it is with Spider-Man. Spider-Man is unanimously known as one of the best Spider-Man games out there. Period. You will not find anyone who disputes that. Miles Morales, equally so. Though it's shorter, it still gives you the exact experience you need. Batman. While people may have hated the Batmobile stages of Arkham Knight, the entire Arkham series has been amazing. But Avengers? Literally one of the easiest type of games you could have made with minimum difficulty? And we get it like this. It's like, what happened? Let me see if I can find this DNA box. And this is how they get around in live streams. Just running, sprint jumps. This is how they get around. This is boring to me. Who does this? The only person who should be doing this is Hulk, and even then they've nerfed his jumps, because apparently they don't know how to do that. But using jumps, like sprint jumps to get around because you don't know exactly how to do traversal right, it's sad. And don't even give me... I'm probably going to bring this up again when I'm playing as a flying character, such as Thor and Iron Man. And I may even bring this up when I'm playing as Captain America. Because my intent is to try and get all these challenge cards done today. Not all the challenge cards, but just the daily challenges and the weekly challenges for all the characters today. I don't have Hawkeye's card unlocked because I just don't feel led to actually unlock it. I never really did go in depth on what I thought the champion system was going to be like for this. I thought that the champion system that they're introducing next week was going to be akin to that of Diablo 3 or Borderlands, where if you get like a certain amount of points, not only will you get a perk, but you also get like percent increases as well. No, it's just going to be percent increases. Like, I would have loved for them to go the route of Diablo 3, where you can get like movement speed increases to your intrinsic pool, make it so that you get more resources when you leveled up. Like, so many opportunities to make us feel way more powerful than we are now. And it's like, well, we can only do anything in like small percentile integral percentages. We can only do it just like small itty bitty amounts. We can't have you being super powerful because we don't know how to balance the game properly in order to make the enemies be a challenge to you. Like this whole, I hate this sprint jump so much. Don't even get me started on being resistant to these status effects that can easily affect everyone. Isn't there supposed to be music playing? I don't remember turning any music down. There's no music. Where did the music go? Hold on. The music is on. When I first got the game, I thought this would be a good game. Sup, Kishu, how am I doing? Hey, Thomas, I'm doing great, actually. I'm just talking about Avengers and how ridiculous it has become with this new champion system where they're introducing post 50 progression, but also introducing XP boosters, which I know for a fact they're going to probably try and monetize somehow. So hyped for the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Oh, that's going to be good. Ah, here's one. Nanites, upgrade modules, and I believe I completed all the challenges for Kamala. We did! Wow, we're done. We're done with Kamala's entire hero card. Finally. That means I don't have to play as her anymore. That's the only reason why I was playing any of these characters, was just to work on the hero card, because the only character I like to play as is Hulk. As bad as he is in this game, Hulk is my favorite character. Favorite Marvel character. Not favorite character in this game, but favorite character in Marvel. One of them, at least. And that's the reason why I play Hulk all the time, is because I like the character. Not the character in this game, or how he plays in this game, but just the character in Marvel in general. But we are done with Kamala's hero card. We can go ahead and finish this mission. Actually, you know what? We don't have to. Because it's going to keep all the stuff that I just got. So we can leave. I don't have to stick around. I got another comic book, but Lord knows whether or not it's one that I actually need, because it never tells you what comic it is. What the heck is that? Random electricity just floating in the air. Random graphical effects. For whatever reason. What is that? Hate that they dropped Clint so late. They had to milk it. That, and they keep using COVID as an excuse for why things aren't moving fast, even though other games have adapted for the past year. So you can't really use that excuse if everyone else is thriving. You don't hear of any other game developers having trouble with COVID causing game development to be slowed. You don't hear anything about Warzone. You don't hear anything about Apex. You certainly don't hear anything about Warframe. and they're working exclusively from home, and yet they're still pumping out content all the time. So the whole thing about using COVID as an excuse to not be able to do stuff for a game, can't use it. You either fully knew what you're getting yourself into and you've tried to adapt to it, or don't bother doing it at all. It's not hard. It is not hard. I don't even need to finish this. We can just return to the Quinjet. Because I'm going to keep all my stuff. Yeah, we kept everything. We kept everything, which means that we can change out Kamala and play someone else. The only person I don't have at max level is Clint, but we're going to go down the line and work on everyone's challenges. Oh, Lord, Iron Man. And I'm still on the second page, so I still got a plenty to go through with him, such as getting my hands on more credits, which I'm probably going to use towards skins that I actually want. But I'm not going to be spending any of my credits until I max out everyone's hero card, because I don't want to put myself in the bind by waiting at the last possible second. Defeat three or more enemies in rapid succession with ranged attacks. Complete villain sectors. Oh, joy. Defeat high-value bounty targets and collect gear items. Easy enough. Let's just bring up another... Actually, you know what? Let's bring up something relatively easy that we can do. Scale it down to 1 so I can get this done. The 3 or more enemies in quick succession with range attacks. Some of these objectives can be a little bit out there, such as wanting you to don't get hit when you defeat 16 enemies without getting hit, but every enemy and their mama is trying to hit you all at once, like the game makes it that easy for you. I don't understand this game sometimes.
You've identified an AIM facility that is vulnerable to attack. Though there are still security synthoids to contend with, we expect the Avengers should be able to easily prevail. Take out any AIM forces you encounter. Head for the location on your HUD.
So while this game is certainly disappointing, I am looking forward to Marvel Future Revolution, which is a mobile game coming out.
Target practice time!
Where you basically have so many more heroes, such as Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, Captain America, Storm, Star-Lord. There's going to be so many more characters in Marvel Future Revolution, and it's a mobile game. Really hope it does the way of Genshin Impact and make it so that it can be on consoles as well. But I'm looking forward to that game, and I'm looking forward to My Hero Academia: The Strongest Hero, which is going to be an open-world mobile game as well. But you're going to be able to play as different characters from My Hero Academia, fight crime, fight villains, and even... Oh look, I ran out of juice, so now I can't use my weapons anymore. I hate the intrinsic meter. Who's my favorite in the game? Hulk. Hulk is my favorite. Simply because I like him as a Marvel character. And then a second would be Thor, because Thor is just overly powerful in this whole game. But I like Hulk more than Thor because I just simply like Hulk. But every time I play as Hulk, I'm just exceedingly disappointed at how they massacred my boy. Like even like Hulk from the Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction game, could do far more than this Hulk made in a full-on decade later. Well, a decade and 5 years later, actually. A Hulk from a 2005 PlayStation 2 game could do more than this Hulk. Including move fast, because, newsflash, Hulk is not slow. This man is able to catch up with aircraft. This man can jump in the water and build up propulsion. Let's see, how am I looking on that? Gear items. And I managed to only do this 3 out of 25 times. Ugh. Why is it all the way over there?
The enemies have been defeated.
That's all she wrote, kids.
Why was it all the way out there? It's funny how they expect you to like this game. They really do! They expect you to like Avengers, this game, because you like Avengers from the MCU
It
films.
should significantly weaken their capabilities.
Jarvis, shut up. Now I gotta do another mission. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that, and we're back mission again. Wait a minute. Where is it? And we're back, but it's gone. Why do they always take out and completely flip and remove different missions every time you finish another one? What if I just want to keep doing the same mission over and over and over and over and over again? They force you to play other missions by just shuffling around other ones. What if I just want to do assault missions all day? What if I just want to do that all day? What if I don't want to do any defense missions? I gotta wait for the war table to reset? Just looked at Future Revolution trailer, looks a lot like Marvel Heroes. That's why a lot of people are liking it right now. Because it reminds them so much of Marvel Heroes. And it's a mobile game. Which like I keep saying, I really hope it comes to consoles, because I will be playing that all the time if it does. I mean, I'm going to be playing it on my phone when it releases as well, but I really hope it comes to consoles, too. Just like Genshin did. Wish they never added Kamala. See, here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with Kamala at all. I don't find anything wrong with Kamala being in the game. I just feel like if you're going to have a game with the Avengers, you should focus on all of the Avengers equally, not just her story about her becoming an Inhuman. Because that's what the majority of these the story mode was. But maybe I'm just on the outside looking in. Maybe I don't know anything about storytelling, but that's just me. I do know one thing. If they do the MCU version of Iron Man's suit in this game, and they do not get his faceplate right, which is the first thing people remember and notice about his suit. Like, look at his mask here. I don't like the look of his mask. That little Mr. Roboto mask. I was never a fan of the face mask there. I prefer Iron Man's MCU helmet. Is literally the best looking outfit, best looking helmet out of all of them.
Why did you choose the wrong side?
All it takes is a couple shots and you completely run out of ammunition, just right then and there. It's not like Tony has learned how to circumvent this whole thing. No, it's just that, no, we can't have you shooting all the time. We gotta put limitations on these heroes, because then you'll be more wise with your powers instead of just blowing everything up and just wiping the floor with everyone, you know, like the heroes would probably do regardless. Why is it that these heroes are more powerful in cutscenes than they are in actual gameplay? Like, Hulk is able to jump several meters in the air during the ending of this game when he jumped at the Kree sentry, which they clearly got from Hulk jumping at Surtur at the end of Thor Ragnarok. But you can't jump that high in the game, and your excuse is, well, we have limitations on the ceiling, and then it wouldn't cause the game to work all that well, and then you have people glitching out of the map where the game still runs fine. So yeah, there's excuses everywhere.
These enemies must be defeated.
This is how we do it!
I did not mean to use my Unibeam. I meant to try and use my Hulk Buster. Tony is so hard to aim with. It's not that he's hard to aim with, it's just that one thing that's sad about Tony is, unlike everyone else, he doesn't have a way of healing himself.
I'm in some trouble here!
Like, he has an advanced suit where he can basically heal himself in the comics, but you can't come up with a way for Iron Man to heal himself normally through combat, and everyone else has ways of healing themselves. Even Hawkeye has a way of healing himself with healing arrows, but Iron Man can't have like nanotechnology to heal himself. I did not mean to get out of him. I was trying to shoot his many rockets, but I forgot how to do it. And then when you get hit by attacks, the animation has you like looking like you got hit by the hardest hitting attack in your life. Hold on, I need to figure out how to do that move where he shoots a whole bunch of rockets out. What is my true feeling about the characters' base designs? I absolutely hate Captain America's SWAT look. I think it's horrible. Why would he do that? Why would he make himself look like a policeman? Or someone related to law enforcement? That's not exactly the angle that Captain America tends to go with. So I never understood that. Press L1 to R1. Okay, that's how you do it. Okay, I was outside of the suit before it even fully stopped animating. Okay, there's that. But Captain America's look with his SWAT look, with like all the overly padding and the chest armor and the chest pads and knee pads and everything else, the whole SWAT look he's got going with it, I was never a fan of it. That's why I never wear it. Because if I go to him right now, this is what I have for Cap. This looks better. This looks better. Now, if I go to his cosmetics, there's one suit that looks even better than this one. Not the modern, because I don't like it. It looks far too skin tight for me. But Ultimate Patriot. This one looks fantastic, and the classic one is that the one I was thinking of? Is that the one I was thinking of? It was either this one or I think it was his Ultimate Patriot one. Either his actually, I think he was supposed to have a skin in his challenge card. That's supposed to look really good. Not this one, because it's just his classic colors over the SWAT outfit. This one, classic. This one looks good. This one looks good. And his classic look looks good. Well, actually, his classic look and his Ultimate Patriot. These look better. This should have been his default look. This should have been his default look. Jarvis needs to shut up. I feel like they should have given us an option to toggle him. And actually, you know what? It's not necessary for my face to be up in the top corner. Let me fix that. Alright, there I am. Now you can see the units I have and the credits I have. I have 1,500 credits. I had 900 before. I believe I had 900 before. No, it was 1,000. I had 1,000. So I got an extra 500 now, so I could buy one of these legendary outfits if I wanted to. But I'm not using these credits on anything until I get everyone's cards fully done. So let's do another mission with Iron Man and just go through it all. You gonna give me an assault mission back? Because I'd rather do that. Thank you. I'll be surprised if this game lasts throughout this year. Or if it goes into the next year. I will legit be surprised with the current state that it's in. It should not have a divided community the way it does now. I should not be talking about this game the way I am right now. But unfortunately, the way the game is causes me to talk about it in this way. Like, this should be the definitive Marvel game. This should have sold well. It should always have players playing it at all times. It can't even manage 1,000 players on Steam. At one point, I believe, like last week, it dropped down to literally 0 players for a full hour where no one touched this game at all. Have a good one. Don't get too mad. It does not help. It's late and going to bed. Alright, Thomas, you know me. I'm not getting mad. I'm not getting mad at it. Just incredibly disappointed. Feel bad for people who wasted their money. I feel bad for the people who bought this game and then continues to buy credits to buy skins for this game. When there's nothing, and not only that, but they're continuously playing this game and there's no content in it to really justify spending more money into it. Now, I say constantly playing this game, but I mean constantly playing this game and buying more skins and nameplates and cosmetic stuff. It just doesn't make sense for people to do that in this game when the game does not treat you with the respect of the money you put into it. That's just how I feel.
Enemy spotted. This guy's not getting back up.
Do I have the skills that make it so that my rockets do more damage? Did it reset my stuff? Why is all my stuff just set to repulsors? Supposed to be doing rockets. Keep it on the challenge card. Alright, we earned something new. We earned a nameplate. So we're done with the first challenge. Second challenge is defeat a high bounty target. Still need to work on the quality control. And last one is complete 5 villain sectors.
Aim units on radar.
Nameplates are useless. They're there to show off that, hey, you got a cool looking nameplate. But now they're introducing animated nameplates which have existed in games already. I mean, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 had that way back when already, so animated nameplates are nothing new. So I don't see the real appeal to them. You can only look at nameplates if you're in a lobby waiting on somebody or if you're looking at your own stuff. Other than that, they really have no use. Okay, how did that follow me? Surprised I'm still playing this. I mean, I said what I needed to say about the game, but I'm just playing just a little bit more. Because I might come up with something else to say as well. Like, I still don't know how I feel about the whole XP thing and charging people for XP boosters, because you know they're going to do it. But it's like, how did we get here? How did we get to this point where it's more about charging people to play a Marvel game, and yet at the same time you don't go out of your way to make sure it's the best experience possible.
Nice work, Avengers. This won't be the last time we mount an assault on AIM's forces, but this should...
I will say this though, Gregory. There are games that I am really looking forward to add into the channel. Biomutant is one of them, and then Ratchet and Clank after that one. So, trust me when I say that this is not even a... You see how his wrist twisted around, and it doesn't even look like it was mechanical? Look at his hand, you can tell the metal is bending where his wrist bends around, rather than it look natural like metal plates shifting. It's like it's twisting around like it's flesh. But this isn't his bleeding edge armor, which is known to do that. So that's immersion breaking. But I am looking forward to Biomutant, which comes out the week after next, and then Ratchet and Clank, which comes out in June. So I'm definitely going to be playing those games on this channel. Like, look at his wrists. The metal is bending around him. Like it's just twisting around like it's plastic, and it just doesn't look natural. And the thing is, these character models, when you do certain things in the game, it causes other parts of them to shift around. Like one of Iron Man's takedowns has him jump in the air with a punch and then comes down with an elbow. But if you go down to the side where the arm is up, it is literally twisted around in a ball on a joint, and then it connects to his shoulder, which is messed up. Let's see if we can do this assault again. Give me the assault again. Give me the assault. Give me the assault. How dare you? When I ask you for an assault mission, you give me an assault mission. The U and funeral. Well, there's plenty of opportunities for me to well, even though the wasteland has only one spot, do I do multiplayer, as in play multiplayer with people on this? Not really, not with random people. But despite this mission being the only one in the wasteland, it does have its uses for giving you a bunch of enemies to fight. And let's go here. As wasteful as the wasteland actually is. Oh, right. I should probably launch the next mission. Apologies. So looking at my Twitter feed, seeing if anything new popped up. Or anything else on the Discord that I'm a part of.
Greetings, Avengers. I have located an area rich in Kree data. You and your SHIELD allies will no doubt find interesting. The area is unsafe, but I believe you will find the rewards outweigh the risks. There are many battlefields in the future wastelands with the remains of fallen Kree giants. I'm positive we'll find something useful. There is a Kree signal nearby. Coordinates have been transmitted.
What other games do I play? I've been playing a lot of Persona 5. I play Borderlands. I pretty much play any other game that I can get my hands on and have fun with. So basically anything else I have in my library. I tend to alternate. And if it's a major game out, then I tend to play those exclusively until I complete them.
The location should be just up ahead.
Enemies engaged, y'all!
It's a shame that it doesn't tell you what intervals and how short a time needs to be in order for you to take out enemies in quick succession. Like, how quick is it in quick succession? Does it have to be in seconds? Does it have to be within 30 seconds? It's hard to tell. Be specific. Oh! 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 I missed it. I missed it. Oh! I missed it. I missed showing you how his arm looked. Also, their photo mode is really, really bad because there's so many limitations. This is as far out as you can go. Like so many other games have so many options with their photo mode, but it just feels so limited here. Let me see if I can do it again. No, that's not it. That's not the right one. Still at 44%. Just how many quick successions do I need to do for this? Why does Tony not have unlimited ammo? Because that'd be too much fun.
I'd run if I were
See? That's supposed to be his air boost. But the thing is, you can't use it. You can only use it in a straight line. It only lasts about 3 seconds, and you cannot turn. And it's not even really that fast when you think about it. Not the right one. Wait, you're saying I can equip one takedown? Is that a thing I can actually do? Wow, all this time I was able to equip whatever takedown I wanted and have it equipped at any other time, but this is the one I want to show off because the way of his arm. The way his arm looks. So the next time we do a takedown, I'm going to show you why some of these animations just look so messed up. At least let me do the takedown! Usually a chest right here. Any good gear I can put on? Not that gear really matters. Or is good in any way.
Analyzing records. These fallen giants appear to be labeled as Kree sentries. Interesting. I'll gather more data on our way home. I have located the Kree battle records. Marking the location now.
Like, given the amount of propulsion that he's outputting, he should be traveling a lot faster than this, I think. Okay, you see? See? His whole arm twists. See, you're not really paying attention to it. You're not really paying attention to it because the animation is going on. But when you look at his arm and how it's twisted around in place rather than it looking like it's mechanical parts twisting around to it, you can really, really see how the skin itself just stretches and bends and twists around that one point. That's what I wanted to show you guys. Ain't that something?
Hello, pal.
Alright, now I can put the other takedowns on. You gonna let me get the kill or what? They need to update the damage of the rockets. At some point, mission chains will start to cost money. Good lord, that's scary when you think about it. If they're already starting to think about, if they're already trying to charge people $14 a pop to get skins that we all wanted, and they're charging people $14 a pop, and in order to get all the MCU skins that are currently going to be in the game when all the characters come out for all the relevant MCU related characters, which is going to be $90 in total, and now they're going to be charging people XP boosts. Now mind you, they say like, hey, you can occasionally get an XP boost for free in the marketplace, but we're thinking about other ways that you'll be able to earn them. Well, what if you can't earn that? What if you can only earn the XP boost at 1 point per day? Well, they're obviously going to make it so that you can buy XP boosts in the marketplace when you run out of your free earns. That's how it always works. I feel like they should have just gone with from the get-go of having paid DLC. Then they would have had no choice but to go all out and give us the best experience possible. Because going free-to-play like this, well, not free-to-play, but going free DLC like this with low effort and expecting people to want to pay for skins in the marketplace when you can't even give us the content we actually want, it's quite sad.
Why did you choose the wrong side?
Now, am I getting close to completing this? No, still haven't. Defeat 3 or more enemies in rapid succession with ranged attacks. Guess I gotta use Hulk Buster for everything. Can hold R2 to lock on. That much I already know. Like, this isn't the first time I'm playing this game. Like, I know how to lock on. Why is he under here? Did you fall through the map to get here? He fell through the map to get here. At the slightest touch, boxes are instantly destroyed. Takes you 15 hits to kill one regular robot. I feel like something isn't properly balanced.
This Kree giant appears to have been defeated by shield weaponry. Defeating them through conventional methods may be more likely than expected. I'm receiving a Kree signal. The source is close to your location.
Well, the next area I know for a fact I'm probably going to be able to get more multi-kills with ranged attacks. Do you think the game can recover? It's really hard to say. It's in a state right now where everyone can come together and say, okay, you're giving us constant skins over and over, but where's the content though? These promises of soon and soon can only go so far. Now, I had to have gotten some there. Okay, a little bit there, a little bit there. Now we just need some more people to drop in. Alright, looking better, looking better. Kinda want to get that out of the way because it's just taking up so much time. What? Hold on. Who is in my group? Hawkeye, Kate. Hawkeye is gone. Where's Hawkeye? Where's Hawkeye? Where is he? Why is he in... No, that's not Hawkeye. That's Kate. Kate's gone. Kate is gone. Kate is gone. Where's Kate? Where's Kate? Kate is gone. Where is Kate Bishop? Why is she invisible? Hold on. Let me brighten it up for you so you guys can see. That's where Kate's supposed to be, everybody. Kate is gone. She's invisible for some reason. That's not one of her powers. That's not one of her abilities. Bruh! And I thought PS4 players had it bad. This happens on the PS5. This always happens. This always happens. Always. This is a constantly recurring theme. Kate Bishop just straight up disappearing and only being a katana and bow. Like, you see her fighting? All you see is her bow, and all you see is her sword. Where's Kate? Oh, now she's back. Now you remembered where you were! But now the mech has no arm! Now the mech is missing an arm! Why is the mech missing an arm? Why is the mech missing his arm texture? Why is the mech missing his whole arm? Will I be playing this on Friday? Probably. I probably won't be playing this tomorrow. Probably not. I did this stream today because not only did I have the day off, but I kind of wanted to really talk about the shenanigans that this game is getting itself into. It may look good to some people, but it does not really bode well for its own public image. That's why I did this stream today, to talk about it, how ridiculous it has become, and how we've gotten to a point where now they're trying to monetize even the most redundant of things. Like, yeah, let me just reiterate. We started where they say that people were leveling up too fast, so they dial it back for Future and Perfect and increase the grind. Now, they're increasing the grind again with more ways to level up. Well, with a Pulse 50 level progression system, but to alleviate that grind, they're giving people XP boosts that they can either get free occasionally from the marketplace, or they could just straight up buy. I'm calling it right now. So now, they're pretty much going back on their whole idea of people earning XP too fast by giving people the ability to earn XP and say, like, well, now you have the option of whether you want to level up fast or not. So they kind of were a bit hypocritical there, saying that players were earning points too fast, they didn't know what to do with it, but now they're going to be introducing another way for people to level up fast. Aren't we going to be back at square one if you give people XP boost that allows them to level up fast and then they have points that they don't know what to deal with? Are we just going to be back at square one again? So that's why I did this stream, to just capitalize and just talk about how ridiculous the whole thing is. Such a disappointment.
Functions and capable of light-speed communications. The Kree are more advanced than expected. All worrying. I'm detecting more hostiles nearby. Be careful, Avengers.
if I were you. Well, I don't.
Yeah, I'm still at it, CJ, just a little bit. I'm just working on Iron Man right now. I might be calling it a session here in a minute, though. I want to see if I can get this one challenge. Hey, here's a priority target that I need to get, so that's going to clear that up real fast. The game should not be lagging on PS5. Here's the thing, it's not lagging on mine. I have it set to performance mode. I have it set so it works at 50 frames. I mean 60 frames. Like if I go down to display, I have it set to highest performance. So what I have it on right now, it is in fact running at 60 frames. Even though it may not appear that way on YouTube, it is in fact running smoothly. And I never set it to high quality because then it just brings the speed of everything down. Like everything just looks so fidgety. You see that? It's just disgusting. I can't stand that. That's why I set it to highest performance where everything just works fine. Alright, high value target taken out, which means that the only thing that should be left, and we're almost there with quality control. I just got to do 5 villain sectors, but I kind of don't want to do 5 villain sectors. I'd rather do something that just deals with combat. So I might just refresh this challenge once I'm done with quality control. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up my Hulkbuster so I can actually use it. So when I get swarmed by a whole bunch of enemies, which is going to happen near the end of this mission, I'll be able to get all those kills that I need. And flying all the way up here, this is the limit of the height ceiling. I hate that so much. Why can't I just fly up as high as I want and as fast as I want in this wide open space? But that'll be a talk for another rant at some other time. Do I remember my Cole or Delsin in My Hero Academia question from earlier? You posted it here. Let me scroll back a little bit. Let me see if I can find it. This version of Clint looks more like Cole from the first 2 Infamous games. By the way, how do you think about either Cole or Delsin would fare? How do I think either Cole or Delsin would fare in the My Hero Academia universe? I think they would fare quite well with their abilities, especially with Delsin, him just being a power sponge and him just being able to take in different types of powers into himself. He'll be like a jack of all trades. He would do great as a hero, and he would be a horrible person to face off as a villain due to his diverse amount of powers. In essence, he would be like a mini all-for-one with the amount of quirk, because they would be known as quirks in his body, so they would just be like multiple quirks in him, with him being able to do all that. So it would kind of work that way for him. Cole probably might be a super strong electric type, not like Kaminari, where after he discharges a whole amount, he just becomes stupid, but Cole with his electrical powers, especially like future Cole. Okay, how am I looking on a challenge card? 72. Still need a couple more kills. Hate that they can teleport. Yeah, I hate those enemies too. I also hate it that when you get hit by them with their sniper rounds, they stagger you each and every time. Their whole stagger thing that they do in this game, it is so annoying. Hulk should not be getting staggered by anybody. Yeah, here he is getting staggered by robots when even missiles can't even affect him. Hold on. I'm getting a call here. Battle Beast versus Senator Armstrong. Interesting matchup. Where's my remote? I just set it down somewhere. Okay. Homelander versus the Utopian. I don't know who the Utopian is, but Battle Beast versus Senator Armstrong, that would be an interesting fight. Hold still, you little munchkin.
This guy's not getting back up.
Records indicate these giants were constructed over 10,000 years ago. This data is extremely valuable. Great work, Avengers.
Wish Ultron was in here. I feel like that's what Roy's going to turn into because, come on, an endless supply of AIM robots repurposed to be Ultron bots? You have the whole setup right there. You literally have the whole setup right there. Why would you waste that on AIM? Literally any other enemy. Any other enemy could have been the best bet for someone to go up against. But no, you go with MODOK and AIM. And well, you see how that's working out. Utopians from Jupiter's Jupiter's Legacy comics and show. I've yet to start watching Jupiter's Legacy, but I heard it's really good, so I need to look into that. And I might need to get started on it soon rather than wait to the last minute like I did with Invincible. But we're done here. Now let's see how long I can boost for. Am I just permanently flying out past the environment? It glitched out where I was just constantly flying forward. That wasn't me doing all that.
From the future, if we wish to stop the Kree in our past, I'll continue searching for more Kree battle sites. Thank you for your continued support.
Alright, I still need to earn some more kills with quality control and then reset this so I can do something else, but I'm going to continue playing a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm done streaming for today. Sorry if my rant for this game went on a little bit long, but just the things that they're doing with this property that should have been good, it's not good. Do I have the Omega Unibeam? Yes, I got that, but I don't have it set. But overall, this game, it's still not in the area it needs to be for me to say, like, wow, this is a definitive Marvel experience right now. But the decisions that are being made for this game, while it may look good on the surface level, for those of us who are wise on, you know, what we have been experiencing with this game for the longest, yeah, we're hip to it. We know what's going on here. You say you're not going to do one thing, and then you bring about another change that causes you to go back on what you said before, but now people are just going to be all like, well, you know what? Maybe what they said beforehand wasn't so bad. We're not stupid. We know what they're doing. But it's unfortunate that this game is in a state where its community is so divided on how they feel on this game due to the lack of effort, the lack of dedication, and the showing of passion for a franchise. For all intents and purposes, a lot of people have literally spent a lot of their lives being immersed into, whether you're from the end, whether you experience Marvel through the MCU films, or if you literally just grew up reading comics and know these characters from there. I just feel like with a game like this, a lot more effort should have been put into it to ensure that the source material was done justice. And not only that, but when you say that you're going to listen to your players for feedback, actually listen to them. Don't just listen to the people that give you unequivocal praise and admiration, like every single post that you make, give you words of, oh, we love this, oh, this is going to be amazing. Stop that. Stop it. You're not learning if all you're responding to is things that sound good to you. Criticism is necessary in order to affect change. If you cannot take criticism, or if you shun people who give you legit sounding criticism all because it doesn't, and when it doesn't sound like what you want, then you ignore them and just pay attention to the people that says like, well, this doesn't seem all that good, but the game is still good. No. Criticism is necessary for change. If you cannot take criticism, you should not be in a field where your work is going to be criticized. That includes game developers, that includes artists, that includes everyone who is affiliated with this game. If you cannot take criticism, do not make stuff that can be criticized. And this game basically just asks to be criticized because of what we've expected from this game and what we've expected from this big, ginormous property. We expected more. And there's no excuse of why it shouldn't have been able to reach those heights. There's no reason why this couldn't have been a game that stands up next to Spider-Man or Batman. Because as of right now, if you want a definitive Marvel game experience where it feels like the character is being paid respect to, and you don't need to question whether or not they could have added this or could have added that, Spider-Man is that. Marvel Avengers is it's like the meme, like, hey mom, we want Avengers. We want to play the Avengers game. We have Avengers game at home, and it's this game. That is what Avengers is. This is the Avengers game at home. This game wishes that it could be as popular as Spider-Man, but as of right now, it is not even able to stand in its shadow. It's pitiful to say, but that's the state of what this game is in right now. But that's all I got, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry if I talked your ears off there, but I just had to speak my mind, and I'll probably speak it more in the future if we finally get to look at this progression system tomorrow. I'm not going to do like a live reaction to it, but I will post it in the Discord, my thoughts on it. I'm probably going to already start talking to people about what's going on there right now, but it's amazing and sad that something like this can happen after spending 10 years interacting with the MCU, with the Marvel, far more than I have in any other years. And this is what people come up with. It's sad that we can get Spider-Man, but we can't get Avengers like Spider-Man with that same care and dedication. It's sad, but that's all I got. So with that being said, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then consider subscribing, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later peoples.